I'm Dan Aykroyd. In addition to my work as a writer and actor, I have also pursued a lifelong interest in the supernatural and the paranormal. The following story is inspired by such events and is taken from the actual case files of the Office of Scientific Investigation and Research.
Confess to the Lord your sins. Confess now. The apocalypse is upon us. Save your immortal soul. The Lord will have mercy. The end
Mercy.
of the world.
I'm sure you'd appreciate some of that.
To our Heavenly Father, the Lord of love, the Lord of life. The time has come to confess and be healed. Ask the Lord our Savior into your hearts and be healed. Healed for all eternity.
Well, here's looking at
Let us
you.
pray together to welcome our Lord into our hearts. Whenever two or more of our brethren are gathered together in prayer, we shall be heard. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, come before you offering our hearts, our lives, our marriage.
Oh my God. It's the apocalypse. So all we know is that a woman claimed it rained frogs in her backyard.
I'm kind of hoping they came from above the troposphere.
Come on, Peter. It's impossible. Most of those frogs were alive on impact.
Oh, no, I think it is possible. See, many species of frog freeze during hibernation, right? And they can survive for months at a time without so much as a heartbeat.
Frogsicles?
Yeah, falling frogsicles. Oh, but seriously, most of the unexplained skyfalls involve amphibians with incredible hibernation capabilities, right? The theory being that they freeze instantly and then thaw on the way down. Look, I don't think Charles Fort was that far off base when he suggested that cyclones and hurricanes and tornadoes could conceivably lift matter off the surface of the Earth and deposit it in some vast atmospheric ocean.
The Super Sargasso Sea theory.
Exactly. Now, my theory is that these same violent storms could conceivably create atmospheric disturbances that cause the Sargasso Sea to dump its contents back to the Earth. It's conceivable.
Peter, Charles Fort invented the idea of the Super Sargasso Sea to poke fun at scientists who took themselves too seriously.
Are you talking to me?
Next, you're going to tell me that it's conceivable that aliens are growing frogs in hydroponic tanks above the Earth's surface, and that one of them just dumped a couple of these tanks in this lady's backyard.
I'm glad you people got here so quickly. I figured if there is an apocalypse coming, we need to let people know as soon as possible.
Well, what makes you think there's an apocalypse coming?
Well, the state of the world and all that stuff. And then there's the frogs. It's biblical, isn't it?
You know, why don't you start at the beginning and tell me everything that happened?
Oh, all right. Well, it was perfect golf weather. There was no breeze. There was hardly any rain. Do you golf?
A little, mm-hmm.
Oh, I used to love to golf. My husband still does on Wednesdays and Saturdays, and sometimes on Sundays if he doesn't have too much work. I mean, why wouldn't he?
Aren't you divorced?
Oh, yes, that's right. Recently.
About the frogs.
Right. Well, I've been so worried about the frogs. I mean, some of them tried to hop away. They really can hop, but I managed to catch most of them, and they feel real nice, those frogs. I never thought they would, you know.
Was there anyone with you when you saw the frogs fall?
No. No, I was watching TV by myself.
Oh, okay, so what happened?
Well, I got a pool, and I filled it with water, but not too much, because I wasn't sure, you know, maybe the frogs could drown. And... Well, you haven't heard of that, have you, frogs drowning?
No.
No. Oh, good. Oh, I borrowed the pool from the neighbors. I really should get it back. It's been hot. I'm sure it's an imposition for the children.
We've brought containers for the frogs, so you can get that pool back this afternoon.
That is a relief. That is such a relief. I managed to save the ones that didn't make it. Now, you're not going to kill the ones that made it, are you?
Of course not.
Because I've heard about that sort of thing, you know, animal testing, but that's torture, really, isn't it?
Martina, have you been drinking this morning?
What?
How about yesterday? Were you drinking yesterday?
Well, now, I'm not sure. Yes, I think maybe I was. I'll be back.
I think we're dealing with an alcohol-induced exaggeration, Peter.
Yeah. I'd have to say there's just a few too many frogs here for this to be a hallucination. What's that?
Dead frogs.
Nice.
It's not a lot to go on, and we've only got one witness, excluding the frogs, of course.
I still believe it's worth pursuing.
I think Martina's lonely, she drinks too much, and she needs attention. I mean, who knows what really happened?
Lindsay, a skyfall is a fascinating phenomenon. One that still doesn't have an adequate scientific explanation.
Still, I think that we should call Anton and let him know that we don't have a strong case here.
Yeah, well, we're not going anywhere until I analyze these frogs and see how long it takes them to thaw and to freeze.
Freeze the frogs?
I've got a real opportunity here to prove my theory with or without a credible witness.
So, what do you think?
I'm afraid there's really not all that much to go on, Martina.
No, I mean about the frogs. Are they okay?
They're fine.
I guess I won't make that call to Anton.
You have them call me, all right? I want to know the species and where they came from.
Sure thing, Mr. Axel. What do you got?
Nothing anomalous, no major storms in Georgia or anywhere on the eastern seaboard.
What about the rest of the world?
Hurricanes in the South Seas, and a twister that touched down off the coast of Mexico 4 days ago. That's about it.
Okay, so it's unlikely that the frogs came all the way from the South Seas this week. But it's still conceivable that the hurricanes could have caused them to drop back down to Earth.
What about the fish? I mean, could a fish survive that?
I don't know.
Any idea why they're all falling into Martina's backyard?
Not yet, but I'm gonna check these fellows out and see where they came from.
So the fish is a bass, but he couldn't have survived freezing. He's more of a warm weather kind of guy. It is indigenous to the area, though.
Yeah, it's the same with the frogs. 67 frogs, nearly 2/3 of them survived the fall. Now, these guys should not even have survived the freezing. In fact, none of them should have survived.
So it wasn't caused by weather?
And assuming we're ruling out your aliens with hydroponic tanks, I'd say that none of the existing theories apply here at all.
So why do I get the feeling that you have a plan?
Well, I took tissue samples from several of the frogs, and they're very high in base metals, particularly iron oxide. Mining. I checked it out. There are 3 wetlands in the area that have been contaminated by mining effluents. One's just the other side of Clarksville, and the other 2 are within 50 miles.
So we matched the tissue sample from the frogs to the water sample from the swamps, and that's the most likely place the frogs came from.
Exactly.
Yeah, all I'm saying is if you're only out to prove your theory, then you can miss the facts of the case.
Look, I'm just looking for cause and effect, right? The frogs came from somewhere, so the laws of physics have to apply.
Do they? I mean, think about it. ESP and PK. I mean, the laws of physics don't apply there.
All right, not everything can be explained by physics yet.
You were ambushed by a skydiving bass. Is there a scientific explanation for that yet?
Well, I think there could be. We know that the Earth is influenced by extraterrestrial energies, right?
Sure. They affect our weather patterns, ocean tides, maybe even our behavior.
Well, then why isn't it conceivable that there's some kind of electromagnetic strain in the solar system that is able to transfer matter from one part of the surface of the planet to another?
So we're looking for a portal.
That's the theory. I get the feeling if we find the source, we have a legitimate shot at explaining anomalous skyfalls.
Nothing but rusted out crap. Hey. Whoa, what the hell? Hey, look at this! Whoa. Hey! The dealer might give us $10 a pound for this baby. You think so? Hey, at least! Hey, go get the truck! Okay. Hey!
You getting a reading?
Yeah. I'm picking up a strong frequency from right around there. Let's go. Must be getting close. It's getting stronger. It's gone.
Could it be a surge in the power lines?
With alternating currents like that, I doubt it. It's like a force field. Where would it go?
Was clean when I left it.
Hey, Mom.
Norm, keep it outside. Look at your boots.
We got ourselves a real find.
Job?
No. Kind of metal thing. Worth something though, right, Ed?
Yep. Take the garbage.
We gotta unload the thing before we celebrate.
I've had about enough of this, Ed.
It'd be worth some bucks for sure.
Get back here!
If there is a portal connecting this place and the swamp, there's got to be some kind of high-frequency reading.
And?
Nothing. It's slow and consistent. What if the frequency only jumps when something's actually coming through?
Like the Snuffed Arch.
Exactly.
So we could be dealing with the teleportation device.
That's a possibility. They do have similar properties.
Hey! That was ours!
Looks like you two have had enough already.
We was gonna drink that.
Well, I was counting on you getting some clearing up done.
Like we were gonna go and do that.
But this place is a disgrace. Worse than when your father was alive.
It's useful stuff.
Oh,
It's worth something, right, Ed?
well, I'm tired of all this junk in my yard. I want you two to clean it up.
Right.
This is a sorry excuse for a laugh now, Ed.
At least we've got a life.
And you're wasting it.
Mom,
I've asked you 100 times to get your junk out of my yard. There's no buts. Now, here's the deal. You stay here, you keep the place clean. I've had more than enough of this, and I want this place in order now. I said now.
Come on, Norm. Let's go get some beers.
You boys get back here. It's the middle of the afternoon.
Lindsay,
Yeah?
EMF's going nuts. Did you see that?
I sure did.
I have never seen organic and inorganic matter in sky falls in the same place.
There's so much for atmospheric disturbances.
I think we're dealing with some kind of electromagnetic teleportation. Flick this raft arch.
What the hell?
Set up a remote feed so we can record the EMF in here.
How's it look?
It's gone back to normal.
There's gotta be a connection between the frogs and the junk. Any ideas?
Okay, we picked up erratic EMF readings in the swamp, and then we picked up similar readings here when the junk fell. There's gotta be a connection. What if the entrance to the portal moved?
And the exit stayed here?
That's a bit of a long shot.
Oh, whoa, I'm starting to like your long shots.
Well, we'd have to find the new location of the entrance to the portal to verify the theory.
I've tracked down some of the identifiable parts, and they all belong to Clarkswell residents.
All right, so if we're assuming that the frogs all came from the same place and the entrance to the portal has moved, then we can also assume that the junk is coming from one place.
And what's the most likely place to find a whole lot of junk?
From a junkyard.
You got it.
Oh, just like clockwork. Expecting food.
Hey, what the hell did you do with our stuff?
Well, you didn't want to help clean up, so I did it myself.
That was our stuff!
we was gonna get money for it.
So you could drink some more? None of it worth a damn thing.
It was. Some of it. What are we gonna do?
Well, why don't you get a real job?
This is a real job.
That stuff was worth a lot of money.
It was just junk. An eyesore, not worth anything, just like the likes of you.
Ed.
Oh, you're just like your father.
No wonder he hated you, you old cow.
Come on, Ed. There's more beers. Leave Ma alone.
She ripped us off. You don't have a right.
Oh, I have a right. You're the freeloaders. This is my place. I pay all the bills.
What'd you get for it?
Nothing.
You must have gotten something. You call the junkyard yourself? You cut yourself some kind of deal?
I wouldn't call a junk dealer if my life depended on it.
Well, what'd you do with it then? What'd you do with our stuff?
I told you I got rid of it.
Where? Where'd it go? I want our stuff back.
Well, it's gone. It just disappeared.
It can't just disappear.
Let go of me!
Hey! Freaking holy.
Are you all right? Are you all right? Come on. Oh, jeez.
Where in a bejesus am I?
Clarksville, Georgia.
Clarksville?
Yeah. It's in the United States of America.
Is it now?
She came from the sky.
I know.
Are you an alien or an angel?
An alien. Oh, now that's a good one.
Okay, let's get you inside, right? Get you dried off.
Where's Mom? She disappeared.
She left us? We'll starve.
I don't think so.
You don't cook.
You don't get it, do you? This is the best thing that ever happened to us. Yeah, she really did just disappear.
Disappear. Nah, you're pulling my leg.
I saw her.
Well, where'd she go?
I don't know.
Well, we gotta help her.
Hey, don't be stupid. All right, we're gonna be rich.
But, Mom...
Hey, this is our ticket to the good life, okay?
How?
Well, someone's gonna wanna buy it, Norm. It's gotta be worth millions.
You gotta love this. It's real silk.
Oh. I'll put these wet clothes in the dryer. You must be chilled. June, would you like a drink?
Oh, no, never touch the stuff. Mm-mm.
What's your last name, June?
It's just June.
Miss Donner, a drink?
No, thank you, no. And how do you feel? Do you feel disoriented?
I'm fine.
I think I would like to have a drink.
Oh, hon, it's bad for your liver.
Oh.
You know, I always thought that heaven would look just like this.
Do you know where you came from?
Are you sure I can't get you anything? A cup of coffee, orange juice, water?
Well, a cup of tea would be real nice if you got one.
Yeah.
Why don't I let you get settled, warmed up, have some tea, and I'll come back and take you over to the mobile lab. I just want to make sure that you didn't get hurt when you fell.
What, are you a doctor?
No, I just would like to make sure that you don't need a doctor. Okay.
Martina. Yeah. Would you have a maybe a little biscuit to go with that tea? Stop fussing over me. I'm right as rain.
Your heart rate seems fine.
Of course it is.
Still, I'd like to keep an eye on you. These experiences could have a delayed effect.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Do you remember what happened to you? What's the last thing you remember?
Look, 1 minute I was in my yard, the next minute I was here in the pool.
Is the scrap metal yours?
No. Imagine Martina thinking I was an alien.
June, we're conducting an investigation here, and it's really important that you be honest with me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Where did you come from?
Hell.
June, something unusual must have happened just before you fell into Martina's pool.
Maybe I kind of fell into it. It? Look, I told you everything I know. I don't know anymore.
Okay. You just rest here a bit, all right? I'll be back.
Martina promised me some lunch.
Okay.
How's she doing?
She's fine. Stubborn, but fine.
So, there have been no cases of mammals surviving a skyfall, let alone a human being.
Peter, I saw her fall. I got it on video.
Does she have any idea what happened?
I think she does, but she's not saying.
Why?
I get the feeling that wherever she came from, she has no interest in going back.
Oh, terrific. We got nothing to go on.
Oh, wait.
What's a lottery ticket?
I found it in June's sweater pocket.
Oh, you thief.
It's for the Clarkswell Hospital Fund.
So she is loco.
You bet. Just like everything else that fell into Martina's backyard.
All right, so what we do is we try and make the connection between June and the junk, and then we can try and pin it down to an address or at least an area.
Right. I'll let her go have lunch.
All right.
Confess to our Heavenly Father, the Lord of love, the Lord of life.
Hi. Oh, how are you?
Oh, not a thing wrong with me.
Really? I'll come check on you a little later, okay?
Oh, I made you some lunch. It's in the oven.
Oh, you just sit.
Oh, no, but you're the guest.
Oh, don't worry about a thing. You just sit.
All right.
Welcome, our Lord, into our hearts. Make us worthy of your merciful love. Let your will for our lives be done.
Oh, love.
They're low fat.
Well, we'll just let them cool off a little bit. Oh.
Hear our prayers.
Well, don't you have just the prettiest kitchen I've ever seen? You know, it's just like out of the magazines.
The end of the world is nigh. Confess to our Heavenly Father, the Lord of love.
June, the end of the world is coming.
Oh, wouldn't that be our lucky day? Not bloody likely, hon. Those folks have been going on like that about the end of the world since the beginning of time.
But don't you worry about dying.
No.
Well, don't you worry about saving your soul.
I say unto you, whosoever welcomes the merciful Lord into his heart will live forever in the kingdom of heaven.
Now, they don't want to save your soul, hon. They just want your money. You're a coffee drinker, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Got yourself a family?
I always thought I'd have children.
No. More trouble than it's worth, believe you me. Divorced?
Yes. How did you know?
Well, you're wearing your nightdress in the middle of the day.
I'm a mess. I never thought he'd leave me for one of those girls that he runs around with. I'm supposed to be his wife.
Oh, count your lucky stars, hon. Good riddance to bad rubbish.
I can't even go to the country club at Casey's with her.
You know what my niece says?
No.
She says, a woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle.
Oh.
Well, she's some kind of feminist.
Oh, the coffee is in the freezer.
Oh. Oh, now. Come on. Hey, you got one hell of a kitchen here, huh?
Well, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not missing anything yourself. Then I'll need a list of the people that supply you with scrap metal. I realize it's not that organized, but you pay them, right? You must have receipts. Confidential? Trust me, you'll be doing them a favor. I have all kinds of scrap metal, and I'm sure that somebody would like it back. That would be great. Yeah, fax me? That's fine. Okay, that's great. Thanks for your help. All right, bye.
How are we gonna figure out how it works?
How do you figure out a car, Norm?
Read the manual?
You look under the hood. Oh, man.
None of the junk dealers in the area are missing anything, so now I'm on to the junk suppliers.
Anything on June?
Well, there was a June Weaver who worked as a nurse's aide at the Clarksville Hospital up until 5 years ago, but they didn't have a forwarding address, and she's not in the phone book.
There's no magnetization, no change in particle composition.
Peter, how many frogs were there in the aquarium?
8. Okay, so as long as the time difference between the appearance and the disappearance of the objects remains constant, like the frog and the fish.
Then we've only got plus or minus 5 minutes before this stuff starts to move.
All right, system's up and running. We got a shot at proving that time-space can be warped.
It's gone.
Right on schedule.
It disappeared.
It's not the system, it's just gone.
But where?
I don't know. I mean, this thing, it tracks things from the surface to the Earth to 1,000 feet, and it's off the map.
Chamomile. Never had that.
What about June?
I got an hour and 47 minutes to figure this out.
Before she disappears off the face of the Earth. Weaver. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a match.
I bet NASA'd want it. I bet they pay big bucks for it.
What for?
It makes things frickin' disappear, Norm.
You think NASA could bring Ma back?
Oh, would you quit with the whining about Ma?
But who's gonna make us dinner?
Norm, get a grip, all right? We're gonna be millionaires, right? Here. Hello?
Hi, this is Lindsay Donner. I'm with the Office of Scientific Investigation and Research. I'd like to speak with Norm or Ed Weaver, please.
Well, this is Norm.
Hi, Norm. Can I ask you a few questions?
Is this some kind of survey?
No. We found quite a collection of scrap metal. Are you missing anything?
Yeah? Did you find our mom?
Is your mother June Weaver?
Who is this?
This is Lindsay Donner. I'm with the Office of Scientific...
What do you want?
Norm says that he's missing some scrap metal.
We ain't missing anything.
What about your mother?
Way to go, corn dog! Now they're on to us. Bang! You no corn dog.
I found them. Norm and Ed Weaver. Ed Weaver has a record for auto parts theft.
No fixed address.
How much time have we got left?
1 hour, 7 minutes.
I'll put the pressure on June. Do you know this man?
Never seen him before in my life.
He's not your son? June, we have to know where you came from. If we don't, you're going to disappear like everything else.
Well, any place to be better than going back to that hell.
June, maybe you don't understand. See, we don't know where any of this stuff is going. It's very possible that in just over an hour, every molecule in your body is going to be ripped apart and you will disappear from this life for good. Now, is that what you want? We don't have much time.
June, for heaven's sake.
We need an address.
They live at 39 Logan Avenue.
Well, that's just on the other side of town.
Is that where you came from?
But I'm not going back there. I'm never going back there.
June, you don't ever have to go back.
How did you get here? You said that you fell into it. What was it?
I don't know.
Well, what did it look like?
Like a satellite dish.
Ed and Norm Weaver?
Dang, busted.
This is the thing your mom fell into?
He pushed her into it.
I didn't push her in, she fell in.
She okay?
Yeah, she's fine, but if I don't figure out how this thing works, she's gonna disappear for good.
For good? Like dead?
Yeah, like as good as dead. Lindsay?
I'm here, Pete.
Yeah, I found it. Okay, so let's run a test. The only organic thing I could come up with is an orange, so that's what you're looking for, all right?
You bet.
All right, here goes. Anything?
Nothing on my end.
Could be a time lag.
Try it again, Pete.
We better try the tracking device. You want to turn it on for me?
Activated.
All right, it's coming. You ready?
Okay, Pete, let's give it a go.
Here goes. Anything?
Peter, it's gone.
All right, so it's not a time lag. Either the destination's changed or its function's changed. Did you guys do anything to this?
Ed poked it with a screwdriver.
Will you shut up?
Peter's found the device, and we've just run some tests.
It doesn't look good, does it?
Everything's going to be fine.
You don't have to lie to me. I know my goose is cooked. Oh, heavens now, it's not so bad as all that. These folks are doing everything they can to help.
How can you help?
Peter's working on it right now. It's his area of expertise.
There, now. See, now, maybe I'll be around long enough for you to get sick of me.
Oh,
yeah. So sick you'll start cursing the day that I landed in your pool.
I gotta get this back to my lab.
Hey, no, there's no way you can take... This thing's worth a lot of money.
Look, it's the only way to save your mother.
Who cares?
Good. I'll give you 150. You help me put in my truck, I'll give you $200. Right here. Let's go. It's organic matter, but it's not living tissue. It's got to be an insulator of some kind.
If this is what caused everything to disappear, then destroying it should save June's life.
Yeah, but if we do that, then we have nothing to go on if June disappears.
Not if, Peter, when June disappears.
I can just figure out how this works, and we got a better shot at saving her.
You don't have time to figure it out, Peter.
Look, I'm working as fast as I can.
You have no time to figure it out. Everything has disappeared, and in less than a minute, so will June. You are risking her life. Just destroy it.
I don't even know how to do that. It's mechanical, it's electromagnetic.
Then use electricity. Just fry it.
All right.
Oh.
Stand back. Come on, stand back.
To $200. Oh, man. We could have got more, but millions.
I don't know. Nothing's hardwired. There's no circuitry. It's made out of a metal alloy I've never seen before.
Do you really think it's a teleportation device?
Only based on what I've seen it do. I mean, as far as I know, it could be some sophisticated form of transportation or best garburator in the galaxy.
Galaxy?
We don't have the technology to understand, let alone create something like this. It's got to have come from space. Or from the future.
Do you like to golf, June?
Golf? That's a good one.
What?
Case manager's final log, Peter Axon reporting. While the application of recent quantum physics theories do shed some light on the warping of time-space, it's clear to me that we're still light years away from understanding electromagnetic teleportation. As Charles Fort wrote, science of today, superstition of tomorrow. Science of tomorrow, superstition of today. Axon out.
The need for discovery is constant in the history of our civilization. Circumnavigating the globe, scaling Mount Everest, breaking the sound barrier, landing on the moon. Research into the world of the paranormal is one of the next true frontiers of modern science. By exploring the supernatural, we will discover new human capacities. For Psi Factor, I'm Dan Aykroyd.